about to buy something?
This is what we like to call walking down the street. Look at my feet. Going upstairs and going downstairs and going upstairs and going upstairs and going upstairs and going downstairs and going up the sideways stairs. Bum in action, picking up a dime off the ground. So my streets are all Morty shit whack. Real whack. Swag is on 0. This is gonna be a pretty boring video. I'm talking all mellow and junk. It's like how SpongeBob starts off down here in Bikini Bottom. A young sponge named SpongeBob. A young sponge with square pants named SpongeBob SquarePants lives in a pineapple. Oh my God! Here comes a car. There's a guy named SpongeBob. Lives next door to a homo starfish. Patric Star. Everyone thought Patric Star was such a nice guy, but no one knew Patric Star like SpongeBob. Here's the secret behind Patric Star. Patrick was born in a small town called Rockville. At the age of 13, he was a big-time coral seller. He sold coral and seaweed. Call him the Star Drug Lord.
Look at the coral.
After he hit 23, he moved to Bikini Bottom and tried to get his drug rank back up. And that's when he met Squidward, the infamous. Him and Mr. Krabs were in their own little business.
Crabs?
Selling crabs. Awkward for a crab to be selling crabs. But you see, Mr. Krabs is not really a crab. He's a crayfish. He's a crayfish in disguise.
That's right. I do see crayfish.
He catches crabs and chops them up and sells them for spare parts. But anyway,
Crab penis.
Back to the story. So Patrick in his drug dealing game ran across Mr. Krabs in his crab selling game. He decided if he traded him some drugs for some crabs, that they would make good business. And they would go into business together and sell their crabs and drugs in one big happy family. But Mr. Krabs didn't like the idea of being so greedy. So one day Mr. Krabs sent a whole lot of crabs over to Patrick's house. They snipped off the top of his head and digged out his bones. And that's where you see this big fat pulpy thing, just with no brain, with one tooth. That's the Patric Star we know. It's a shocking story behind the scenes of SpongeBob SquarePants.
I'm SpongeBob.
Don't get me started on Sandy.